Oh, welcome into the 14-Day Sports Radio Show. Yeah! So loud. So loud.
Feeling good.
As always, the 14-Day Sports Radio Show brought to you by Big Apple Sports Palace with wall-to-wall TVs. You'll never miss a beat of the action. Visit them or call them up for delivery, 201-858-1075. And at the table tonight, starting out tonight, we got our resident hockey guru, Chucky Good.
What up, Chuck?
What's going on,
Chucky
boys?
good.
Good to have you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we broke your virginity right now at the table.
Oh, hey.
He popped his cherry.
Don't get it all over the place. They complain.
Keep your mouth shut and never rat at your friends.
So, as you know, USA, they got the big win today over the Czech Republic. They also, they will be moving on to the semifinals against Canada. So, as a little celebratory mechanisms, we got some Molson Triple X, clink it up in the middle.
Yeah.
We're crushing Canada and their beers.
Holla.
Yeah.
So break it down to me. What do we got? Well, first how about a
Let's
little
back it up to Saturday a
TJ
little.
Oshie.
Oh, she. Now, Saturday, we were down there at the starting point for that game against Russia. I mean, probably one of the most memorable, I don't even want to say Olympic events, probably one of the most memorable games in recent history.
Yeah, no doubt. Just the whole element of a shootout, is dramatic in itself, and just how it went on, and the rules being that the same guy could keep shooting. It was unbelievable.
To quote you, bananas.
Bananas.
I was confused the whole time. I was like, this guy's just going to keep on going? I'm like, what's going on over here?
Motherfucking remix and shit.
My favorite part of the whole thing is, where as the time's winding down, Russia scores that goal, gets disallowed. I mean, thank you for the rule. Thank you so much.
Chuck,
Thank you, Jonathan.
Chuck, being a hockey guru, what was your take on that? You think that was the right call?
In the NHL, it's a goal. In the NHL, it's a goal because the goalie knocked it off, whether it was inadvertent or not. The goalie knocked it off. So
Now,
the goal
Chuck,
understood.
you realize this is not the NHL, correct? This is
I-
this is the Sochi Olympics, my friend.
This is a horse of a new dog.
We're in Sochi, my friends.
But no, it was a goal. But
It was a goal.
it was a goal.
Oh, yeah,
think it
I
was a
think-
goal.
I
I think
think
it's a
so.
goal.
So, that
Not
goal gets
international lose.
disallowed. The whole bar is just basically in a state of great sorrow. We're all ready, let's get some shots. Let's get some.
Because everyone thought it was a
Let's
goal.
get some things
Everyone
going.
thought it was going to
Absolutely.
be a goal.
And everybody thought in Russia,
Yeah.
they're not disallowing it.
No, they disallowed the goal, and I think it was louder than any of the goals that day.
Yeah.
We just had it.
He gave it to.
So
Bang.
go to overtime, which U.S. is pretty much outmatched in an Olympic rink where it's a lot wider. You would think the Russian speed there would help them out a lot, but no, not the case. Jonathan Quick makes a nice couple saves there in overtime, and then we go to the shootout. So in the shootout, we got a lot of back and forth, But my favorite part about this whole thing is, TJ Oshie, he goes, and then it was more exciting to see if he was going to keep going, because we're like, you see the Russian guy shooting, you're like, who's coming up? It's Oshie!
There were even points where he looked surprised that he kept going out.
Yeah.
He would look back at the bench and just
You
give
sure?
a smirk.
You sure?
Now, you guys played hockey. Is that tiring? I know you're not skating far,
yeah.
but maybe mentally, is he exhausted? 'Cause every shot, correct?
I was
He
thinking-
went to the 5-hole every time, right?
How many tricks in the bag do you have?
Right,
You
exactly.
have to do so many things where it's
And
like,
I've never seen, Mighty Ducks excluded, somebody do a penalty shot. Like, every guy goes straight in, and then tries to make a move at the goal. He does the old loop-de-loop. And on one of them, you could see where the ice, where they, they groom the ice. I don't know. They Zamboni.
Nipsey?
They bonied up. They
Yeah.
boned it up. But part of the end, it wasn't bonied. And he went wide, and he almost tripped on the dirty ice out on the far side.
It wasn't Bodie.
That's my hockey analysis.
like
Bang.
it.
they got to do a better job boning next time.
Well, they only bony the middle lane.
Right.
That's it.
so
Right,
say,
because they don't expect them to go loop-de-loop.
I don't know. I think it's a time issue, so they just bony the middle.
All right, maybe they need some more boning then. Some more bony time.
Well,
Well,
listen,
it'll work
it's
out.
only for a shootout. You gotta just let the bony be the bony. So and this whole thing, but it's funny because in hockey, the goaltender probably has more of an advantage than the shooter does in a shootout. Just off of more times that you'll actually make the shot than the goalie will save the shot. Statistics show goalies do better. I actually had an old coach who played together with Joe Neuendijk and Mike Richter, and they said that every day before practice
dropper.
ended. Got him, man. Hey, going national. So they said every day before practice ended, they would do a shootout, best of 10 or 11, some odd number, and the loser had to pay for lunch that day.
Nice.
All
He
right.
said Neuendijk got free lunch more often than not after, over Richter, and it's like, geez, I don't expect that at all.
Well, they said T.J. Oshie, Chuck, maybe you know this, was a penalty shot specialist. How is that derived? Like, because in the NHL, there's not too often. You only get one shot, right? So is it a practice thing? Like, how do they come to that conclusion?
Since the inception of the shootout, every team usually does a shootout. Like Walsh said, some teams would do it as
Put that
I guess
close
the
to your
mic's gotta be
mouth.
there. So since the shootout came more prevalent and it became out there, they do it every game. So his percentage in the NHL is very high.
Right.
So I guess they just went with him. I mean, maybe it was even a thing where he plays the starting goaltender all the time too, with
Right.
the natural rivalry in the NHL. Maybe they knew
Bobrovsky.
he had some kind of moves on
right.
him. Yeah,
Bobrovsky. As
Bob Roslovsky.
Bob Ross.
So
Some kind of Russian.
And then, I
nonsense.
mean, little did we know that it
Former
would lead
Vezina.
to Russia's early demise. I mean, they lost today in a surprising
Yes,
upset
they
versus
did.
Finland.
tear down that wall.
And let's also talk about another game where we almost had an upset. Latvia just lost to Canada 2-1. The goaltender I forgot his name, but he's actually a product
he's
of
an
the.
AHLer, yeah.
Yeah, he's a product of the Tampa
Oh,
Bay
yeah.
system. So glad to have him there. Faced 57 shots today, only let in
Wow.
2 goals.
That's pretty good, I guess, huh?
Yeah,
Is that a
He's
lot of
facing an
shots?
all-star team, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
Absolutely, a
shots.
ton of shots.
Canada
So,
looks
I mean-
very slow out there.
So
though.
now-
Sluggish.
What's
Very
the most
sluggish.
shots you ever did?
At a bar?
Yeah.
No, on the
Right.
ice.
I don't remember.
57?
I don't think I could do 57. I'd probably say 30.
That's a
Maybe
Friday
30.
night for
30
Mully.
shots.
When I
You
turned
two were probably there.
When I turned 21, I remember I was keeping a scorecard on the wrist, as I've done from time to time.
Sure.
But then my buddy yelled at me and made me wash it off because he's like, if anyone sees that, you're not going to get allowed in anywhere. And sooner or later, I wasn't allowed in anywhere.
Wait a honey, Matthew.
So I remember when I turned 21, I remember doing I took 17. So that was the most I ever did. So I guess
Pretty good.
Russia took a few more
Yeah.
than me.
You had to have done more than that in your life.
That's what I remember.
Well, at one
no,
city,
apparently
at one night.
I was up to I was up to. I don't think I hit 30, but I was up there.
All right.
No
Are you
goalie
gonna-
could stop me.
Are you going to push it for your 30th? Maybe try to
listen,
break the
Oh
barriers?
my God,
That
30
ship
shots
sailed, man.
on 30 years.
That
Jesus,
ship
Mary
sailed.
and Joseph.
I'm not an Olympic performer like that anymore.
I'm turning 32 next week. Should I push it?
I
Should
think
do
you
it?
should. Absolutely. Why?
All right, let's do it.
How many-
30 Oscars.
We'll do it live.
How many shots are in a bottle?
That's an excellent question.
I always want to say like 50
75,
something.
figure it
what is
out.
it, like
Depends.
75 ounces? 1 ounce is a shot.
Our
how much do you
research
spill?
guru staff, do we have this? How many shots in a bottle?
Well, while they look that up, you know what? You know why I
Cole's
love
got
Oshie. His post game was great. He gave a shout out to the the men in camo, as he put it. And then you see his smoke show wife or
I'm
fiance,
looking at her right
girlfriend,
now.
whatever
Yeah?
she is.
Look at the dress
She
with the
is
mesh opening.
Unbelievable.
Let's get a-
Holy
let's get a look at this
Moses.
gal.
I'd Yoshi all over her.
Oh,
Hey-oh!
apparently he Yoshi'd in her because now she's pregnant.
Lauren Cosgrove? I believe
Yeah,
is her name.
Cosgrove is now
Good
pregnant.
Lord, boobies.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, very
nice.
nice.
She's,
Now, Chucky,
she's
good. Why
quality.
don't we know who Oshie is, and why is this putting his name on?
Oh,
the
wait a
map?
minute. Look at this
Oshie
picture.
plays in the West Coast. Oshie plays for St. Louis. He's
Oh, hey.
he's a second-line player.
Oh, really?
He's always had a pretty
Yeah.
good career. Solid hockey.
I mean,
Two-way
obviously on the
player.
USA hockey
He's
team.
not
so
a flashy player. That's the reason you don't know him. That's the whole
Yeah.
thing with Team USA. They're not a bunch of superstars.
Well,
They're actually
when they
a
come out
team.
throwing him out there, he's so big. He looks like a defenseman. So I
Yeah,
thought that he was.
he
and I'm
throws
looking
the
at the
body.
roster, and
He's
I'm
only
like,
about 5'10".
oh,
believe it or
really? He
not.
looked
Yeah,
huge.
he's
I don't
not-
know. That must have been me just maybe having too many shots of the
You,
fireball
you
there.
were doing a lot of Jameson. Too.
Yeah,
I
that was
there.
going
I was
on.
there for
That was going on.
All right, so our research staff did tremendous work.
Nice
Very
job.
good. Way to go, guys. Way to go. Very proud of you. All right, so if we're going with a 750 bottle and they're 1 ounce shots, we're going to get about 25 shots there.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
1
Yeah,
ounce.
Let's do it.
Now,
Yeah. What
obviously,
are we waiting for?
I'll
Two
put
ou-
it down right now.
2
What
ounce,
am I drinking this Canadian shit for?
2 ounce
Calls!
2 ounce
Summons me a
shots
bottle.
in a 750 bottle. That'll get you 12 shots. I mean, that's not economical whatsoever.
No, shots an ounce. Where are we going with the double?
1 liter, 1 ounce.
Didn't you take a
You're
bartending
getting-
class?
You're getting
Bar backing
33.82.
class.
Bar
No,
back.
it was a bartending class. I was wasted the whole time.
Me and Chuck were talking about this. Remember when we went to we were going to like St. Patty's and you thought you could open masses and we went in
But
there
I
like 8 in
did.
the morning.
But I did.
You did.
And thank God we all would have been arrested for trespassing. The owner showed up. He's like, "What the hell are you guys doing here?"
That was
Walsh gave it the typical. What do you mean? We're all right.
it's all right.
It's all right.
We're
it's all
playing it
right.
by ear, everybody. Don't worry about it.
I mean,
What
I
do you
live
mean
up.
we can't be here.
But aren't you glad? I mean, he should be glad that it wasn't a stranger. You know, he knows me.
Wasn't that the day we found you in the basement bathroom of the bar smoking a cigarette on a stall?
No.
We were talking about
No.
the beginning of the day, Chuck. We were getting into the rest of it.
Oh,
We
no.
maybe might for the next couple of shows, we might have to start talking about
Some
our great
recaps?
St. Patty's
Well,
Day stories.
how about I'm kind of still amazed by this. I like fell down some stairs.
Fell down some stairs.
But my shoes,
Oh man,
my
I
shoes
remember
stayed
that
exposed.
day.
It was at Buskers.
Yeah,
And we find
yeah.
Mulhern sleeping in a stall with a lit cigarette in his mouth. We get
I was
him out of the
resting.
stall.
What do you mean? I know where I'm resting. I'm resting.
We weekend at Bernie's him to the top of the stairs because
You
all,
mean
the
you Ray
all the
Rice
bars are in the
girlfriend
basement.
Oh man.
Mulhern turns around and says, "I forgot something." Takes a header down all the stairs, and his shoes were like he took them off and placed them at the
It's
top
just
of the
like-
steps.
In perfect cursive.
That's funny.
Oh
That
boy.
actually one Hoboken St. Patty's Day with Sexton. We're walking down Washington Ave when it was insane.
Danny Sexton, good friend of the show. What's up?
He kind of messed with some kid walking by, whatever, blah blah blah. Kid pushed him. Sexton lost it. Lost both his shoes because he didn't have them tied. Like same exact
Right,
thing.
I
They were just both sitting on the ground, and he was out of them.
It happens to the best of us.
All right, but back
boy.
to hockey. So we got Canada coming up. Screw the Canadians.
Okay.
Yes.
Chucky, good. You got a couple keys to the game.
Yeah,
I
give
mean,
us a little like
I know-
actual analysis.
I heard Tavares went out for Canada.
Oh yeah.
The U.S. is going to have to play the same way they played against the Czechs today. They're using a 5-man lineup against the top lines. It's the Dustin Brown, Backus, Callahan line with Sutter and McDonough at defense.
All right.
It's a shutdown line,
Good
but they
American
produced
names.
3 goals today.
All right.
And the depth, I mean, Canada hasn't been hitting on all cylinders. There's no team chemistry. The United States looks like a legitimate team.
Yes.
And they've gotten performance from every line through that lineup. In every game, you figure
And
the
obviously-
Kessel line.
Oh, I was just going to mention that.
we get the
Is that
KKK line, Joe?
KKK line thriving?
There is no KKK line.
Ah, but they
Parisi
should
What
be.
should there be?
Yes.
I believe that they should.
That would be
make a
15
KKK line.
MOFE's favorite line ever.
KKK, USA all the way.
And obviously the big revenge factor from the last gold medal game when they
Yes.
played
Oh,
in
man.
Vancouver.
That's what
you
Crosby hit the game winner, right?
know, in overtime, So obviously, the U.S. playing for a little more, but Canada, they
Well,
created
Cindy
the game.
has
this is
not-
there.
Cindy has
Oh,
not found line mates.
Cindy. He was playing with Nash today.
He was playing with Nash a little bit. They put him with the 2 guys from the Ducks, Pronger and Getzlav. Not Pronger, I'm sorry. Perry and Getzlav. He's had different line mates in every game. They're catering
No
to him.
consistency.
Now, there's one thing that kind of scares me in this game. Yes, Canada lost the game, or they won the game today 2-1 against, just a inferior Latvia opponent.
Yeah,
Geor-
Dr.
George,
Doom,
George Costanza's Kavorka.
where Dr. Doom is originally from, I think, Latvia. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Just going a little Marvel Comics.
Back to
I
the
don't know what
research
that
staff.
means.
But,
I don't know what that
here's the
means.
thing. They lost, or why do I keep saying they pretty much did lose, but they beat Latvia 2-1 today. Now, I'm kind of worried that they're a little pissed off. The whole world is kind of laughing at them right now, like, ha, you lost, or you beat Latvia 2-1. They
What
might.
kind of
they
accent
might.
was that?
That's
That was
La-
the
that's
world's
Russian.
accent.
That's
That
the
was the
world.
world's
That's the
accent.
According
world.
to Alan Walsh.
That's Sochi accent, apparently.
I think I went with the Euro trip.
that was
voice
Euro
right
trip.
there. Yeah, so I took all of Europe
Me
there.
scusi.
You better applaud me.
I'm
Thank you.
confused.
Appreciate it.
Great.
But the whole world is kind of looking at them like, "Hey, what's up, Canada? How come you're not on this?" But at the same time, U.S. is clicking on all cylinders, like you said earlier. I was a little worried about how they would come out today, just being that they had the bye from that round, and then against the Czech Republic team who has a lot
Very
of good
old.
stars.
Very
That's
old.
all right. Still
Yeah.
got some
I
stars.
mean,
old
Yager,
team.
but he's,
I didn't
But-
understand. You just talked for like 10 minutes. What was the point?
Because
of what
I
you just
kept
said?
saying that Canada lost when they won.
So you
I
wanted
keep getting
to make
tripped up.
misstatements here.
But what I'm saying, this is going to be a very good game.
Well, Canada
This
had to
is
travel.
Not, this is not
That's
gonna be about-
That's what we come down with.
Canada had to travel
Go
from
smoke a cig in
Canada
a stall, bruh.
to Sochi.
That was a long time ago.
I don't know
I'm
if
not
you
here
knew
to
that.
talk about the past.
Canada
Go ahead.
doesn't play well when they have to play the early game on a West Coast time.
Oh, the travel
the
schedules.
travel schedule comes
Canada
back in.
and Europe, it just isn't as effective as they usually are.
The Ukraine is not weak.
Plus the bigger ice. I mean, the bigger ice is big.
I think the big ice is going to be. It's not as significant as in other games because they're going to play North American hockey both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to grind out the game
Very
no matter
physical.
what. It's going to be physical.
I
They're
mean,
gonna
both.
throw some
I'm
hits.
assuming both
How much-
USA and Canada are both all NHL guys.
Everyone's an NHL.
Yeah.
How
No.
much bigger is the ice than a NHL rink?
It's a little wider.
Yeah, it's wider.
It's wider. It's the same length.
Yeah.
It's just 15 feet wider
So
on each side.
that theoretically would lend itself to the team with more speed.
Absolutely. Which the Russians,
Theoretically.
I mean, them not being here at this point
The
is
Russians
so
played
surprising.
typical Russian hockey today. They played lazy. You saw it. They would lose the puck. They wouldn't stop. They do a semicircle.
They were Gatorating vodka shots.
I
or
tell
what?
you what,
Nice.
though, in the history of the Olympic
God
tournament,
bless.
the U.S. has always assembled their team to have all facets.
To
you
be a
know,
team.
where you have the speedster, you have the grinder, you have the good goaltender, you have the puck moving defenseman and the body banger on defense. So
The body
I
banger.
think
The
that
banger.
all
Who's
the
the body
countries-
banger on the U.S.?
I think Shattenkirk, he can throw it around a little bit.
What about
Fowler's big guy?
What about
Sutter.
Van Riemsdyk?
Van Riemsdyk,
Van
Jersey
Riemsdyk.
guy.
He's not on the Dutch
scored
team.
that
today.
first goal.
Scored today.
That's what's his name's boy? Goomis's boy, his older brother.
Oh, true.
Who's the Canada?
Isn't he from Middletown? Van
Yeah, yeah,
Riemsdyk?
yeah.
Who's the Canada goaltender?
If you watch 24/7,
Carey Price
you know.
from the Canadians.
He's a
Carey
douche.
Price.
He sucks.
So
He's a
I mean, but
douche.
apparently
he
this
has
guy,
not played
The
well.
price is wrong, Carrie. Bang!
Ta 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 ta!
I don't know if you can tell, but I don't know that much about
The
hockey.
whole world is laughing at you, Carey Price.
You sound like a gold member from Austin Powers.
Yes, you do.
We'll take it. We'll take it. All right, so we'll hit the commercial break right now, and then we'll get. I don't know. Were you NBA Mount Rushmore?
No.
No?
We'll
decide later.
rants.
Well, I want to blast it. So, all right, let's hit the
I
commercial
have
break.
my round.
I don't know what we're coming up with next, but we will be back with something. We are 14A Sports on 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
15 minutes.